Good morning, friends. Look who's in my lap. He's such a stinker. I got this one here and this one here. I wanted to start this video off with a little book review. This book was written by a very good family friend, Wayne Feast. He and his wife Lisa and their two kids have, well, they're not kids anymore, they're grown-ups, but their kids and my kids are about the same age. And so we've spent the last 25 years camping together, and the kids grew up together, and yeah, anyway. Wayne and Lisa are still really good friends, and they still go camping with us. In fact, they went with us at our last camping trip. Anyhow, this is Wayne's ancestors, these two pictures, and this book, Reflected Love, The Story of a Place of Giving, is a short book. It's easy to read, and it is the story of his family and how God's love was reflected throughout his family and has been passed down from generations. He starts the story off with, I think it's his great grandparents or great grandparents, I don't remember, but how they started their little farm here in Indiana and how the family farm was passed down, I think, to 5 generations. And there's a little bit of a kind of a twist at the end about what happened to that property, but I won't give it away. Anyhow, it's a memoir, really, and a tribute to his grandmother. His family grew up kind of like the way my kids did. He lived right next door to his grandparents. My children live right next door to their grandparents. And the closeness that developed from living so close to his grandparents. He had a very, very special relationship with his grandmother. And so there's lots of really funny stories about him and his grandmother. Stories about Wayne when he was growing up and the escapades that he got into, and all the way through to current day. And it's just a small book. He got a lot of the material from stories he remembered, things that were written down, and he mainly put this together to pass to his granddaughter. There's Wayne. There's his granddaughter when she was a baby. She's like kindergarten age now. But yeah. And I told him I would read it, and if I liked it, I would do a little book review on it on my channel. And I did like it. It was enjoyable to read. I told him that he needs to, his next book needs to be a historical fiction based on his grandmother. His grandmother was a school teacher, and you know, he can make up some really great stories about the children that she taught. But he's not really into fiction, so I don't know if he'd be able to do a very good job writing a fiction book. But I would just love to see and know more in depth his grandmother through another book. But anyway, I enjoyed it. If you like memoirs, if you like true stories, and if you like historical family stories, I think you'll enjoy this book, even though you don't know Wayne personally. I think this is being sold on Amazon. I'm going to see if I can find it, and if I can, I will put a link to this book in the description box below, and you can get it and read it. It was a very enjoyable book. I laughed, and it was very touching how much he loves his grandmother. His grandmother's gone on to be with the Lord. I'm going to go ahead and take you outside and give you a little tour of my gardens now. If you hear a chainsaw, that right there, the chainsaw, my sister lives a couple doors down, and they had a bunch of dangerous trees in their yard that if we had a bad storm would fall on her house. She had a tree service guy come out and take them down, and they're finishing up the job today. They took them down, but they're not gonna clear them away, so they still have an awful lot of work to do over there. But anyway, this is my front bed. As you see, we got it done. We had a nice cool off in the weather. Saturday was like perfect yard work day, and so we got a lot done. We got this bed cleaned out, mulch put down. I got that cute little yard thing at Dollar General, and my flowers still doing good. Had a lot of rain, so yeah, it's moist. It doesn't need any water right now. But yeah, these are looking really good. It's amazing how cleaning all the dead stuff out and getting the leaves out and putting fresh mulch down makes a huge difference. My honeysuckle are starting to open up. Olivia got the tarps off of the duck coop and chicken coop. And we have a rooster that he's one of our free range roosters, and he has been getting in the backyard every single day. It's like he can tell that Mister can't get to him. But he ends up jumping out. I don't know how he flies over the fence, obviously. But he'll stay in here for a little while, and then he'll eventually go back over the fence and go about his business. So this is what we got going on over here. And boy, he's loud. I moved a lot of the bird feeders off of there because I bought that little pig birdhouse for one thing. Plus the bird seed up there, it's just so messy, so messy. So I put these feeders here. The birds haven't really been paying much attention to them yet. Not really sure why. I put one of those wasp traps here. And honestly, as you can see, it catches flies. It's caught a ton of flies. Not one single wasp yet. Over here on the by the bird bath, I've got a couple more bird feeders. And again, I haven't seen the birds in them yet, but I'm hoping they will eventually find them and start using them. We bought this. Oh my goodness, there's so much noise out here between the chainsaw and the roosters. We bought this greenhouse shade, and it's not completely done yet. Scott's gonna fix it so it's more straight and taut. He needed to buy a piece of conduit or something to make that stiff along the edge. But that's because the reason we got this is hopefully the greenhouse won't be so hot this summer, and also this garden could use more shade. This mesh stuff, as you can see, it's a kind of a loose weave, so it will let rain through and it will let sunshine through, but not as much sunshine. And we got this garden mulched and got my yard ornaments out here, and it looks really nice, I think. This calla lily, I bought that at Lowe's. Yeah, Lowe's. And I love calla lilies. I've never tried to grow one before. I had it in the house, but it needs more sun, so I brought it out here. Hopefully it will do well, and I'll be able to bring it back in the house this fall and keep it. Here's the other wasp trap. Looks like there's a moth in there and lots of flies. It's really kind of gross. I planted, I'm looking for wasps inside the greenhouse. I don't see any. I planted 2 spaghetti squash there and 2 mashed potato squash there. And actually 3 plants in each hole. And I'm hoping that they will germinate and grow and make some really nice vegetables for me. It said on the package it takes like 10 to 14 days for germination, so not expecting anything for at least another couple of weeks. And look here, weeds coming up around the weed barrier stuff. It's amazing how many weeds grow inside a raised bed inside a greenhouse. Ridiculous. Oh. That's why I put this weed barrier down, because it got so bad last year. So full of weeds. And then over here I got my herbs. And they're doing really well too. And I think they're far enough away from the bird feeders that if the birds start eating it, you won't get a bunch of weeds in this. So that's just our little update on our greenhouse and garden. If Scott gets this finished today when he gets home from work, I'll insert a picture of it when it's all done. Okay, I got a couple packages in the mail. I think this is a cookbook that I ordered. So yes, it is the cookbook I ordered, and it's from Brianna Thomas. I don't know if anybody's heard of her, but if you follow Trim Healthy Mama, you probably know of her. She has a blog that she makes a lot of recipes that are, they're not necessarily Trim Healthy Mama friendly. I mean, they are, but they can be used for other things as well, like keto and stuff like that. And Olivia and I can both use another recipe book to give us healthy ideas for lunches and dinners and suppers and stuff like that. So I liked a lot of the recipes that I saw on her blog, so I figured I would really like her cookbook as well. And I've heard other Trim Healthy Mama people talk about Brianna Thomas. So yeah, I'll have to look at this and do some recipes in it and let you know how I like it. And then the other box, I believe, is part of my Ship and Save. I think that's what it's called on Amazon. If you have certain items shipped once a month or once every couple of months, you can get a lower rate on it. I don't know if that's what this is or not, because on the computer it said it just shipped this morning, so I'd be kind of surprised. Oh, but it is. It's my Ship and Save. Got my stevia baking blend in there, which we needed. We were almost out. Got 3 of those. Then I got my razors that I like to use. And some of my wipes for taking off my makeup. The moringa. Scott and I both take this moringa capsules. ginger. Got 3 of those. So yeah, I'm really surprised that my ship and save order came already, but glad it's here. So I've got about 20 minutes before we have to leave. We have to take Sally to the vet. If you've been watching my videos, you know that we've been kind of having an issue with her. My last vlog last week on Tuesday, she was having issues. We had to take her urine sample in. It came back clear. There's nothing wrong with her kidneys or her, she doesn't have diabetes or any of that kind of stuff, but she's been having a lot of GI problems, diarrhea, not having an appetite, throwing up, and it's intermittent. Like today she's fine. She ate her breakfast fine and she's been acting pretty normal today. Yesterday she wouldn't eat anything until, well, I finally got her to eat a half of a peanut butter sandwich in the afternoon, and then she ended up eating her supper okay, but she was not interested in breakfast at all. She's continuing to have kind of loose stools, and so yeah, so she's going to the vet. They'll probably do some blood work. I'm hoping they'll just give her some medication that will clear things up. She was on medicine for the diarrhea, but that medicine upset her stomach and caused her to throw up. So let's hope they can find a medicine that will calm everything down and not cause, fix one problem and cause another. But anyway, while I've got 20 minutes before we have to leave, I'm gonna go ahead and look at this cookbook that I got. So this is how it is like Trim Healthy Mama. It says all the recipes in this book are free of refined sugar and white flour and support a low glycemic lifestyle. Most of the recipes are naturally gluten-free and a lot are friendly to other allergies as well. So that's the whole premise behind Trim Healthy Mama, is to keep your blood sugar levels even, not having big spikes and big, low deep dives. So that is why there's so many recipes in this book that will be really good for Trim Healthy Mama. And then here it says, this cookbook is not affiliated with or endorsed by Trim Healthy Mama. I have done my best to make sure that all the recipes included are compatible with that healthy eating plan. But as always, read the book, Trim Healthy Mama. Keep it simple, keep it sane, available, and use your own discernment based on the information therein. So, like I said, this is compatible with Trim Healthy Mama, but not specific Trim Healthy Mama. All right, we're back from the vet. I'm gonna go out to the camper and see if we have some famotidine out there. The vet thinks, well, he's not really 100% sure, but he thinks it has to do with her having been on antibiotics for so long for the Lyme disease, and it's just totally upset her gastric system. So she needs to be on famotidine, half a tablet, twice a day. And I have to go on chewy.com and see if I can find a probiotic for dogs. And then she's going to still be on the boiled chicken and rice until the diarrhea stops for at least a week. Bo's back there. But anyway, I'm going to go in the camper and see if we have more famotidine. We have some, but not enough for 7 days because she has to be on it for 7 days. So it's nice to know that it wasn't, hopefully, at this point, anything major wrong with her. I just hope that it clears up. What do we have in here? Ibuprofen, Tylenol, allergy and sinus. No famotidine. All right. Well, I have enough to last for a few days, but I may have to run over to the Dollar General and get some more if I can't. See, because we have to cut the tablets in half. So we have this bottle from a prior prescription that we just put those in, and I don't think we have 7 days worth in there, so I'm gonna have to look. See, this is just an old medicine bottle that we had, and we wrote tummy on it, so we know this is her tummy pills. And these are the famotidines cut in half. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have enough for 5 days. So I don't know. Well, probably Saturday. I'll go over to the Dollar General and get some more because I don't want to go over there today. Alright, so I am on Chewy.com looking for a probiotic. Let's see, digestive health and probiotic. Probiotic bites. I got this before, these probiotic bites. Now that I think about it, I got those for Pepper when we were trying to help her get better from her cancer. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of choice here. So this is probably what I'm going to wind up getting. I also need to get Oliver a new squeaky toy, squeaky ball. He loves balls. He loves toys. He's a heavy chewer too. So he will skin, like I got him these balls before and he skinned them so fast. So I'm wondering if this one might be a better option. It'll squeak, but maybe it'll last him longer. I also need to look for toys specifically for dogs that are heavy chewers, because he chews a lot. So I'm looking at these Himalayan cheese bones, and down in the description it says here it's for all breeds, all breed sizes, and that it's a hard cheese snack that comes from yak and cow milk, lime juice, and salt. It's durable, that's made to last for dogs that need plenty of chewing time. Maybe I'll give these a try. They're not very cheap, but we'll see. We'll see if he likes them. And then I'm thinking about getting these for Sally so she can have a treat. They're bland formula that may help upset tummies, chicken and rice. And pumpkin. Pumpkin's also really good. So yeah, I think I'm going to get these for Sally, and I'll get those cheese stick things for Mr. So Scott finished this. We put this piece of metal conduit on there to hold it nice and straight. So yeah, it looks a lot better. That's going to work out perfect, I hope. Keep my garden looking nice. This is what we had for supper. Sometimes I just love to have salad for supper, and especially in the summertime. And so this is just some iceberg lettuce with tri-colored peppers, yellow, red, and orange, a hard-boiled egg, some grilled chicken that we heated up on the stove, some pumpkin seeds, some dairy-free cheese, some sunflower seeds, and some ranch dressing that's also dairy-free. So this was a yummy, delicious, and nutritious salad. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging with me today, this afternoon, as we took Sally to the vet. Just continue to pray for her that she will get better and that there's nothing seriously wrong with her, and that she's just gonna, has a upset tummy that will get well with medicine. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.